looked at a lot of things that went wrong in that game, but I was kind of looking at their ability to convert on 3rd and 4th down, 31 first downs on 54 plays.
Oh, God.
Just it was,
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it came down to, you're exactly right, first of all, and we weren't able to convert at all, obviously. So I think it came down to missed tackles. I think we had them in long yardage situations, then we would get a missed tackle or a penalty. I think the pass interference penalties hurt us. I thought the missed tackles hurt us. I think I know we can play better, we can coach better, like I said after the game, but those things hurt us. And so then when you get behind against a team like Pitt that does what they do, especially defensively, and now you're throwing, now you're right where they want you to be. And so now you're dealing with all kinds of pressure, and you know, Pitt did a great job, and we didn't do a good job. And like I told you after the game, nothing's changed. It's on me, and we're working hard to get it fixed.
You mentioned how the staff can coach better. Can you elaborate on that?
I think that there's a lot of things. It always starts with me, you know. I have a lot of experience. I'm experienced in all 3 phases. I can help. I feel like I do help, but I can do more, and so we're just trying to do more. We're trying to coach the details, put the guys in the right spot, make sure the guys know what to do. Different teaching techniques. Maybe a guy does better with a walkthrough than he does sitting in a meeting. Things like that.
Coach, only 100 yards rushing in one game this year. What can you guys do just on that side, well, in that game?
A lot of teams are moving on us. We got to deal with the movement better. Sometimes the backs don't see it right. You know, they got to, you know, see it better. Overall, we need better plays. We got to get better plays going. You know, maybe there's better plays that we can run. So again, it starts with me, making sure that we got the right plays. But no, it hasn't been nearly as good as last year. A lot of football left. Let's see if we can improve it. Clemson's very good. It's not like this would be your first choice to go against to improve your running game, but we're going to work hard on it, and our guys are working very hard. They had a good day today.
Coach, kind of along those lines, what have you seen from Clemson while getting ready for this matchup so far?
Yeah, good team, a lot of great players. Coach Sweeney does an unbelievable job. I've known him for a long time. I knew him when he was at Alabama, so I was at Georgia Tech. So he does an awesome job. He gets the guys in the right position. They're very well coached. Their offensive line's well coached. Their defensive line's very well coached. They're coached well at the skill positions. Their special teams do some things that you gotta have to deal with. They're Clemson, right? They have a history of winning, and there's a reason why they have a history of winning. They know how to coach. They know how to recruit, and for a long time in this league, they've been the gold standard. So it's exciting for our team to go up against this team. It's a home game, night game. It'd be a great environment.
Are you treating the Pitt game as a burn tape game, or are there any lessons from this game?
No, not a burn. No, we watched it. No, we have to show the film. That's not. I'm not into all that, like burying footballs and burning tapes and stuff. No, I'm not a fire starter. But no, we watched it. We corrected and we moved on. We don't dwell on it. We've moved on. You know, a long time ago. But we watched it though.
I know you're kind of a football traditionalist. You know about the McFadden O'Rourke Trophy on the
A little
line
bit.
in this game?
I am a traditionalist, but I very much, and I should know more.
That's
I'm
all right,
reading up
yeah.
on some emails. I know who those 2 guys are. I believe me, I know that. But yeah, I have to study it more.
No, but this, like, you were in the Iron Bowl. It's just
Yeah.
one of those games, mid-season games, that has something
Yeah.
a little extra on the line than just a league
Yeah,
game.
I've been in the Iron Bowl. I've been in the Georgia Tech game, which is huge. Good old-fashioned hate. I've been in the Duke North Carolina game. I've been in the Patriots Jets. I've been in a lot of rivalries. So yeah, this is definitely a great traditional rivalry, no doubt.
I know each game technically carries the same weight, but given Clemson's pedigree and success, do you think this one could carry a little more weight if you guys can pull it out, or is it just one game?
No, I mean this is I think you're right, Trevor. I mean this is a great team, and look, maybe their record isn't what they want it to be, but put on the film. You know, I would say that the teams that beat them did a great job. They did an awesome job, but you know, Clemson's a hell of a football team, and so for us here at BC, you know, in the second year of this program, you know, we're going to show up. We'll be ready to play, and our guys are excited about it.
A lot of noise on social media, as I'm sure you can assume. Do you have to remind the guys to stay off it, or not? They're not going to stay off it, but stay away from it as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's out there, Kevin. You know, we remind them, look, but they all got those things. And social media is what it is. You know, you can type in and you can say whatever you want. Like, that's what it is. Those people have a right to their opinion. They're not in the building. They don't know what we're doing, how hard we're working to try to fix it. You know, look, we can't control those things. We try to control what we control. But I'm not into like, shut your phones off. I mean, that's not going to happen.
No.
Everybody looks at their phone. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's a different device than what we were used to growing up, right? So no, I don't. I just say, hey, look, ignore the noise, and let's show up and practice. And I think our guys try to do a good job of that.
On Jeremiah Franklin's play, it looked like he did everything you would want from a player. He knew he wasn't down. He got up. He was fighting for every extra
Right.
yard. And the turnover.
Yeah, it's it's stumble bum drill. He feels terrible about it. He's one of our best players. He tried, like you said, he tried to make a play. It was kind of a weird play, one where he kind of got tackled, but he wasn't tackled. He got up. Guy did a great job coming from behind and punched it out. Tough play. I'm not gonna really hold that against him too much. But it was one of those days.
Yeah.
Couple final ones, guys.
How have you kept the locker room confident and motivated when the results haven't?
I'm pretty good at that. I know how to talk to guys. I know how to communicate with them. I'm very honest. I'm real. I'm not a bullshit artist. I tell them the truth. Sometimes they don't like it. I tell them, I don't know. I never tell them what they probably want to hear. I tell them the truth. And so, and that starts with me. I'm very, very much in it with them. I don't ever point fingers. I try to teach, try to inspire, and we'll see where it leads us.
Coach,
Last one here.
Shaker came in, had that touchdown drive. I know he kind of started the season a little injured. What have you seen from him and his development, not only from when he got here, but throughout his injury process and kind of getting back to where he wants to be?
Yeah, I'm excited for him. I think he's a really good young player. He did a great job coming into that game. No matter who was in the game on their defense, he did a good job. He made some nice throws, got us into the right plays. He's obviously been paying attention. So yeah, we're excited about Shaker, no doubt about it. He did a great job. What do you got, Graham? How about, what do you want, two questions or three?
Did you guys already?
Yeah, we're well done.
You're late.
Fine.
So here's the thing.
Fine.
The practice was a very fast practice today, so.
He gets fined, right?
Yeah, not yet. There's a
Okay.
warning.
Okay.
And then we'll put if it happens again, a little white envelope in his locker.
Max on his way, so there you go.
Hey, Mac. Yeah, no, we were rolling today.
Making ground look good.
I was just wondering, I guess, Clemson had a ton of, preseason notice, and
Yeah.
obviously haven't performed to the standard that everybody thought they would.
Yeah.
How do you feel like, you guys match up with them and kind of maybe take advantage of some of the flaws that they've showed?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Graham. They're a good football team. The teams that beat them did a great job. They don't have a lot of flaws, and when you watch the North Carolina game, they played really well against North Carolina. They're aggressive. They do a great job in all three phases. Georgia Tech did a good job against them, that's for sure. But that was a great game. I mean, it would be hard pressed for me to say that this team has a lot of flaws. We're going to have to play really well to be in the game, and but we'll show up. I told these guys, our guys are excited. Great environment Saturday night, and we're excited for it.
Coach, so I know you'd mentioned that you weren't making any changes to the coaching staff at all. Just wondering about any other potential internal changes or just changes to the program that you might be having this week.
No.
No. Okay.
Nope. You guys good?
I would
Yeah, go ahead.
also just ask, I know you obviously aren't gonna comment on injuries and status and all that,
Yeah.
but just the importance of getting healthy and having leaders on the field, the starters that you named at the beginning of the season. How important is that to get those guys back, and how do you ensure that they're still leading when they're not necessarily playing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's hard. They're hurt, and those guys are competitors, and those questions, and they're great questions. They're hard to answer for me because I don't want anybody to think that I'm an excuse maker. You didn't hear my answer before, but that's the opposite of what I am.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of injuries, especially on defense. We don't have a lot of injuries on offense, but we do have a lot on defense, and we just have to deal with that. The next guy's got to step up. I do think leadership-wise, we've got guys that are injured that do a really good job. They're in every team meeting. They're in every defensive meeting. They're in the locker room. I do think they try, but it's hard because they're not out on the field. And so when you're injured, it's kind of a lonely feeling. And but our guys do a great job of staying staying involved and continuing to participate. Anything else?
Nope.
That's good.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Coach.
guys.